Please feel free to share this with anyone you think who may be interested. I am very, very, again, grateful to all of you for the time here. Again, this is the launch of the Ecobank Ghana Diaspora Mortgage product. And we are, again, truly grateful for your time. And so I'll set it off by just introducing our welcoming address as well from Madam Jane Reindorf-Osei. And so just to give you a little background on her, she's an accomplished international business executive, transformational leader, and consultant with a proven track record in organizational development, economic transformation, and inclusive workforce growth. With a passion for advancing Africa's trade and investment landscape, Jane has dedicated her career to driving sustainable development and creating economic opportunities, especially for the youth and women. With over 2 decades of leadership experience spanning both the private and development sectors, Jane brings a unique blend of strategic vision, operational expertise, and cross-sector influence. As CEO of the World Trade Center Accra, she led the organization's transformation into a world-class trade and investment hub, revamping its business model, expanding services, and forging strategic partnerships, resulting in over 300% growth in under 2 years. Her leadership positioned WTC Accra as a catalyst for cross-border trade and economic engagement in West Africa. Previously, Jane served as deputy chief of party for a $30 million USAID economic development project in Ghana, where she led a multidisciplinary teams in collaboration with the Ministry of Trade and Industry. Apologies. Um, Her work contributed to the creation of the Ghana International Trade Commission, supported key trade policy reforms, and enhanced USAID's capacity to track and evaluate over 30 projects under its Feed the Future program. Throughout her career, Jane has remained a dedicated mentor, leadership advisor, and advocate for inclusive growth. She's particularly passionate about creating jobs and economic opportunities for women and youth, viewing entrepreneurship and workforce empowerment as key drivers of development and social stability. Jane holds extensive experience across Africa, North America, and global markets, and is widely recognized for her ability to align people, policy, and purpose to deliver measurable impact. So thank you very much. We're very, very happy to have you here with us, Jane. And so I'll give you the floor from here to give the welcoming remarks. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kweku, for inviting me here today. I'm so happy to be here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're joining us from across the globe. On behalf of the Africa Investment Network, it is my distinct honor to welcome you to this important webinar marking the launch of the Ghana Diaspora Mortgage, an exciting partnership between Seso Global and Ecobank. Today's conversation is about much more than a financial product. It is about addressing one of the greatest needs and aspirations of our global African diaspora, the opportunity to invest confidently back home, to build generational wealth through real estate, and to transform remittances to structured long-term assets that benefit both families and economies. I mean, we've all heard a lot about the power of the diaspora and the amount of diaspora remittances back to the continent. I think in 2024 alone, we had over 100 billion remitted back to the continent. So for far too long, our diaspora has faced challenges in purchasing property from abroad, issues of lack of trust, lack of access to finance, and uncertainty around land title and transparency. I'm proud to say that we've partnered with Seso Global. They're filling this gap by providing a platform that makes it easy to be able to identify properties that have been screened for clear title and to make it easier for the diaspora to invest in the real estate sector. And by partnering with Ecobank, again, this is further streamlining the process and helping to create a structured financing option that helps to finance, securely access finance for your investments on the ground. At the Africa Investment Network, our mission is to catalyze trade, investment, and entrepreneurship between Africa and its global diaspora. We see this initiative as exactly the type of innovation that strengthens ties, cultural ties and linkages. Diaspora capital flowing into Ghana's housing sector is a powerful tool. Providing a vetted, transparent platform powered by Seso Global makes it a lot easier. And providing a trusted financial intermediary through Ecobank and its vast network is important to catalyze investment into this important sector. As a Chamber of Commerce, we're here to ensure that diaspora voices are heard, that investment paths are clear, and that opportunities like this are scaled and replicated across the continent. Beyond individual homeownership, this diaspora mortgage is a catalyst for inclusive growth. It creates jobs in construction and services, deepens Ghana's financial sector, and helps formalize the real estate market. It is also a way to strengthen ties, cultural and economic and generational, between the diaspora and the continent. So again, as we launch this a very important mortgage and this partnership between Seso Global and Ecobank, I want to thank you for joining. I also want to welcome you to our Global Africa Summit series coming up in October in Washington, D.C. at the Catholic University on the 14th and 15th, where Seso Global will be present live in person to be able to engage our audience of over 300 delegates from, the diaspora networks to CEOs of private sectors, multilateral organizations, and investors, just to highlight what Seso Global is doing with Ecobank and this important opportunity to make a safe investment into Ghana's real estate sector. I know Seso will share a coupon code for those on the call. If you're interested in attending, and the website information. We will also be in Accra in December on the 11th and 12th. And so we welcome you to attend. Thank you very much.
Thank you very, very much. I will share that to your emails, the registration link for these events in Toronto and in DC, and as well as the coupon link. I'll probably also share it here as well, but I'll share it to everybody's email, everyone who registered. And thank you very much, Jane, for those awesome words. And yeah, truly, we're excited about the partnership with your organization. And I think
Likewise.
yeah, thank you. And of course, a lot of the work that you've done before this is actually going to help this partnership as well with Ecobank and what we're seeking to do here, which is something that's been very needed in the market. I'm seeing that here with the attendees. We have about 76 people here already as well watching. Thank you all for giving us your time, right? And as I mentioned, please feel free to ping your questions in there. We'll have two sessions for Q&A, right? So we'll have one right after our session here with uh, um, William, right? And so just to move this forward, right? William, I don't know if you are here with us. I can see you there smiling. How are you?
Kweku, I'm doing very well, thank you, and good to be here.
Fantastic, fantastic. I'm just wondering, would you want to present yourself, or you want me to assist you with that?
Okay. So let me first host the presentation, then I'll do a quick intro, and I'm sure we can take it from there. Is that
Sure.
okay?
So you can give your opening remarks as well, and then go into the presentation. Thank you very much,
Great,
William.
great. So let me just do this quickly. Okay. All right. So yes, my name is William Danso-Abeam, and currently the country product head for consumer products for Ecobank Ghana. Ecobank is super excited to partner Seso and all the other partners for this particular initiative. It's something that has been on our hearts. We've been engaging the community for some years now. If you have a bit of knowledge around Ecobank, We've been in existence for 40 years. This year actually marks our 40th year. And next month, we'll be celebrating it big time across the various affiliates that we have. In Ghana, we've been here for 35 years, and which is a great milestone. And Ecobank is synonymous with Africa. Africa is in our heart. We are owned by Africa. We proudly call ourselves the Pan-African Bank, with key focus on ensuring that the continent receives its share of development through the financial system that we lead. And so we are excited to join you. And in a couple of minutes, I would want to do a presentation on our offering for Diaspora. What I would do is that, in as much as we are talking about Diaspora mortgage, I would also add a bit to it to talk about our Diaspora account, which is also available to those of us that are joining and you have interest in opening an account with us. So, Kweku, if you would then allow me, I would want to host the presentation.
Yes,
Right.
I've made you a host, so you're able to share on the, yeah, exactly. Perfect.
Okay, if you can confirm that you can see the screen, that would be great.
I can see it, yes.
In the presentation mode?
It is not in presentation mode as yet.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Is it?
I cannot see it. I don't know if anyone else can. I only see it as a in its normal form.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's start from the trying to move the screen to see if it reflects, but I'm not sure it does. Okay, can I stop sharing and reshare again? Just
No problem. Yeah, no problem.
okay. Let's work with this. It's still not moving the way I thought it will.
Okay. Do you want to email it to me? I can also try and present it on your behalf.
Okay. Okay, let me speak through it. I'll try and just confirm the screens move.
Okay, sure. Are you trying to move it now?
Yeah, I am.
Yes, the recording will be shared with you all registrants. It'll be shared with you all, so please feel free to share that with anyone you know as well. Yes, I can see the screen moving now. Oh, sorry.
I had to just take it down again because it wasn't moving from this slide. Okay. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, so I think it's actually slow, but definitely we would speak to it so we can get it. All right, so let me speak to it and then not just take too much of our time. So basically, what is Ecobank bringing to the space? As I said, Ecobank is focused on Africa, and wherever an African is, we have interest. And we know the role that our diaspora community plays in the economy of this nation. Last year, it's recorded that we had over 6 billion remittances coming into Ghana, and that contributes a lot towards our GDP and towards the growth of the economy of this nation. And therefore, there's a need at any point in time to provide opportunity for our brothers and our sisters out there to have access to mortgage solutions if they so desire. And what is the Ecobank Diaspora Mortgage about? Basically, a mortgage solution tailored for Ghanaians living abroad. And the whole idea is to support with the purchase of homes or investment properties in Ghana. And I'm sure you are wondering, you are at abroad, you are not back home. How do we how do we get you to fund this? So mostly we are targeting people with stable, consistent, and verifiable income. And once you have that, you should be part of this conversation. The solution is structured to offer convenience, safety, and reliable financing. Now we are looking at why this opportunity. Number one, there's a high demand from the diaspora community to own property in Ghana over the last few years. If you've been following the conversation, the government has done a lot in driving awareness. So we've had programs like the Year of the Return and others that open the door for a lot more people to pay attention to Ghana. And with these programs, people began taking interest. And of course, our brothers and sisters out there already have always been looking for an opportunity to do this in a more safer way. And so there's a high demand from the community to own property in Ghana. Number two, limited, but there's also high barrier lending options elsewhere. But we believe that we have a better solution for you to do this. Number three, many also lose money via informal family channels. The stories are there for you to know, uncles, aunties, family relatives trying to do this for you. And in one way or the other, funds don't get channeled into the right sources. So people are losing money. And an opportunity like this is always good and great for us to help get your dream achieved. Number four, I will talk about the fact that Ecobank provides you a formal and a secure and a more convenient alternative to using any other informal means to try and get these things done. The kind of product we are offering, somebody will be asking, what benefits are we looking at? Number one, competitive mortgage terms. And I think when we get to the Q&A, we would open up for a lot more conversations around some of the terms that we have. But I'll mention a few. Number two, you will have an opportunity to engage professionals end to end from us as an institution through our partners, Kweku, that's Seso Global, and all the other partners, very, very professional. Number three, we have secure transaction process because the documents that are coming through properly vetted. Number four, we have access to verified developers and property vendors. And I'm sure if you've taken a view to the website of Seso Global, you would have an idea of some of the developers that we are working with. The good thing is that we are working with developers that are verified, and that gives you an access to them. So these are some benefits that you get coming along with us. Now, let me talk about the fact that this product has two variants. An outright purchase, which is for completed properties in Ghana, and also for estate development. That is for properties within developer-approved estates. Okay, so you could have a property that you are interested in and you want to buy it. That's one. Or you could own one within an estate development. Both of them we support. Now, talking basically about the product itself, some key things I would want to highlight. Number one, the mortgage solution we are looking at has a tenure of 10 years. Number two, in terms of currency, we are open to have it in USD and also in local currency, Ghana Cedi.
William,
if you're earning in, yes, Kweku.
my apologies. So, are you sharing this? Are you trying to move the screen or no? I'm just
I
wondering.
am actually. I'm actually on the fifth slide now. It's still not moving, right?
No, it's not. It's not. Maybe perhaps
My-
after you speak, you can share it with me, and I can. It seems
Okay,
your
okay.
screen is frozen. Yeah.
That's okay. Right. Thank you. So I was talking about some features of the solution that we have. I said number one, the tenor is 10 years. Number two, in terms of currency, we do USD, we do the local currency. If your income is in GBP or Euro, we can also have conversation around that. In terms of loan to value, we do a max of 70%. That means that there's an equity contribution of 30% that you need to do. In terms of maximum loan amount, we are looking at $300,000 or equivalent. That is available to you. Again, when it comes to insurance, we cover life and property, and both are required in this particular solution. So quickly, I'll just touch base on them. 10-year tenor, currency USD, local currency. If you receive your income in pound, in euro, we can have conversations. Loan to value at 70%, meaning that you need to do 30% equity contribution. In terms of loan amount, we are looking at the max of $300,000 and equivalent. And for insurance, we cover life and property. Now, who is eligible, and who are we targeting in this conversation? As I indicated, Ghanaian nationals legally residing abroad. Number two, then there's a need for a valid, ID. We should be able to validate you. Number three, we would seek to establish an account with you, which becomes the means by which you would fund the mortgage solution. Number four, as I indicated earlier, we believe that you should have a more stable income, something that is verifiable and is consistent. And of course, number five, you should have a good credit score in your country of residence. And once you meet the 30% equity contribution, we should be able to get the solution for you. So number one, you should be a Ghanaian national residing legally abroad. We should be able to validate you in terms of your ID. We would get you to confirm that yes, you have stable income and it should be verifiable. You should have a good credit score in your country of residence. You should be able to contribute the 30% equity contribution that we require, and we'll get you to have an account with us, and that would fund your mortgage. We are working with partners in this particular solution that we are delivering. I'm sure somebody is asking, you are not in US, you are not in the UK, how are you going to get this done? That's why we have partners like Seso Global in. And our partners will support us with verifying your ID, your employment, your credit worthiness. They act as our local representatives abroad. They facilitate the collection and the legal processes, and would also help us ensure compliance with the required standards and laws as we work together. So our partners are playing key role in this, and we are happy to have partners like Seso Global, to work through this. Having listened to us talk about the features of the product, what we are seeking to do, who qualifies for it, I'm sure somebody is asking, what does the process look like? So basically, we'll get you to submit an application via our partner. And once again, I would make mention of Seso Global, who are our partners. So you would engage them, you submit an application, and I'm sure Kweku would take some time to highlight that as to how you can get that done. But they have a beautiful site that's been designed for this. We also have a landing page that would also expose you to have a bit more information about the product. So once you get to the site, you express your interest by submitting an application. And then once we get the application received, we would move into contacting you. There will be document verification, credit and compliance checks would take place, property valuation and legal processes would also begin. And once we go through that process, final approval and disbursement would be done. Of course, at this point, we would have had a confirmation that the equity contribution is being made already. So I would just simplify the process into 5: submitting the application, verification of documents, credit and compliance checks, property valuation and legal processing, and final approval and disbursement. Let me move and add this bit to the presentation, as I indicated earlier, that we'll need to establish an account relationship with you. And Ecobank has a diaspora account that if you give me just 3 minutes, I will introduce that account to you. This account is designed for Africans from our 33 operating affiliates. So these are Africans, of course, living in other countries. And we provide you a platform for safe, easy, and convenient access to a wide range of relevant banking products and services. Mind you, once you open an account, all our products are available to you. Um, Basically, all we are saying is that you are banking with us from abroad, the Ecobank way. So the diaspora account would allow you to have access to every product. So whether you are working outside, you are studying outside, and you need to have an account back home, this account is available for you. This account can be opened remotely. You all you need is to have access to our website. Select, of course, if you're Ghanaian, you select Ghana because the website serves all the African countries where we are. So you select Ghana, and once you select Ghana, you choose open an account, and you have a portal that allows you to capture your details. Once you get in there, there are various types of accounts in there. Please select diaspora account. And once you select diaspora account, all you need to do is just follow the prompt and complete the data for us and submit the required information. I'm sure somebody is asking what kind of information do I need to submit. Key documents, aside you giving us information, taking your selfie, which is good in helping us identify you, we would need notarized valid Ghanaian passport. And again, it must be notarized. And you would also be required to add a notarized utility bill in, if it's in your name, not older than 6 months, we would prefer that, or a notarized utility bill. If it's not in your name, we would require you to add a bank statement or your driver's license to it. So if it's in your name, you do just the notarized valid Ghanaian passport, the notarized utility bill, and you are done. And the bill should not be more than 6 months. If it's not in your name, we would take that in addition to your bank statement or your driver's license. So that's what we would require from you. If you don't have the Ghanaian passport, you can have the international passport, of course, but we would want a confirmation that the place of birth is Ghana. And again, the two documents would also apply. So a notarized utility bill, if it's in your name, no more than 6 months. If it's not in your name, we would add a bank statement or a driver's license to it. With these, you should be able to have access to your Ecobank Diaspora account, and you bank your way all the way from where you are, UK, US, Canada. Account will be open for you. And for the mortgage conversation, we expect that once we go through the process, the repayment will be funded through remittance. So you'll be remitting funds back home through your account on which we've booked the mortgage, and that should be sufficient to service the mortgage solution that we have created for you. So at this point, I would hold on to the presentation, and I'm sure we can move into the Q&A where we would open ourselves up for a lot more questions and provide you solutions to it. Kweku, I'm done. Thank you.
No, thank you very much. Thank you very much, William, for that. And yes, apologies for the, I guess, the technical stuff. It seems to be moving now. Funny enough, the screen. But I think we'll also. I think it's moving now. So perhaps at some points, maybe you can share some of the screens as and when. But we'll just go through some questions for 15 minutes, especially on the part on this product. But we'll also have a session at the end for Q&A as well. So we'll take some of the first few questions from those that are interested. There's a question here around monthly payment plan. So just to be aware, this is a mortgage, a 10-year mortgage. Or perhaps you can, yes, I think I can see it. We can see the screen here with the financing terms for you all. A 10-year loan, right? So much better than a payment plan for sure. A question here from Abina Osei. Can you explain if there are options to purchase a home through rent to buy arrangement where rent is paid over time, for example, over a 10-year period, and then converted into ownership? So perhaps, William, I'll give you that question.
Okay, Kweku, thank you very much. So of course that's a great solution, something that we're actually creating for some of our local mortgage conversation. But for this particular conversation, we do not have rent to buy as part of it. But as we work towards it, I believe that in not more than a year, we should make that available for this diaspora mortgage conversation. But currently, it's something that we are working for a local um, um, consumption, but we do not have it as part of the diaspora mortgage solution.
Excellent. Excellent. Yes. And I think really what William is saying is that it'll just get better and better from here as we take in your input, etc. as well. This product could be honed in for you all. And so some other solutions may be added and upgraded from there. But I think what we have is already quite special. And you can see the terms there on the screen there for you all, right? Which is a 10-year loan, mortgage at the 10% interest rate with a LTV of 70%. So just a 30% down payment from there. And it is a dollar, pound, and euro or city denominated mortgage, right? For those that want to utilize the city as well. Another question from Sydney. I'm currently banking with Standard Chartered in Ghana. Is the expectation to have an account with Ecobank in order to qualify for mortgage products? William, I'll give it to you again.
All right, Kweku, thank you. Thank you. So, Sydney, yes, you would need to have an account relationship with us to assess the mortgage solution. So, yes, you are banking with Standard Grade, but would need you to have an account relationship with us for the mortgage solution. Thank you.
Thank you. From Abena Osei, thank you very much for joining us here today. How can someone living abroad apply for and secure a mortgage loan? Are there specific requirements or challenges for diaspora buyers? So I think perhaps here we can go through that particular page again, just the eligibility. But certainly this product here was made for you as a diaspora client, but perhaps yeah, you can run through it again, William, for those that just joined.
Okay, so Kweku, thank you. And yes, the focus is Ghanaian nationals legally residing abroad. As I indicated, we would need to validate your ID, and our partners would help us do all that. We would need to establish an account relationship with you. There has to be a proof of your income, and as I keep hammering, we would ensure that the income is verifiable, and of course it has to be consistent to give us the assurance that definitely once we establish this relationship with you by giving you this lending solution, we should be expecting funds to come in to repay when there is a need. And of course, one critical bit has to do with the credit score, which we would get that also done from the country of residence. And once this is done and you're able to satisfy your equity contribution, why not? We'll definitely get the solution available to you.
Excellent, excellent. No, thank you
Thank
for
you.
that. Rosalind, thank you very much for joining. She says, can one obtain a mortgage from abroad to build a house? I guess if you have land and you want to build, can one obtain a mortgage from abroad to build a house?
Okay, Kweku, would you want to take this? Since it was not coming through the solution, would you want to take it? If not, I could also provide some.
Well, I think perhaps is that with the mortgage. I guess the question, though, I guess just for it, so you can answer, because I know the answer. But is an individual able to get a mortgage to build their own home, or would they have to work with a developer who has properties from there for sale?
Okay. So I think I got that question from maybe another angle. My understanding was that okay, she wants to take a mortgage solution from where he is, let's say the US, and
Yeah.
we want to use that to build in Ghana. That's how I understood it.
Yes.
Aha. So if that is the question, and please you could come back and clarify if we got it wrong. But if that's the question, then what it means is that you have your own funds and you need support in terms of a developer and some guidance and support to get it done. That I think that of course Seso Global has a lot more valid partners in terms of developers, and we definitely can have a conversation with you and make their products available to you. Once you are interested and they meet your need, why not? They can support you. But then in this case, it's not a mortgage that is coming through as you secure your mortgage, you have the funds, and you make it available to build your property. That,
Yeah. So,
yeah.
no, no. So great point. So yes, and I'll obviously touch on this as well with us as well. But with Seso as a company, we have partnered with over 100 real estate developers in Ghana. We have developer partners who have homes in Accra, all over Accra, obviously all over Tema, Kumasi, etc. as well. And so we can provide you all with various different options as well in terms of properties that are ready to stay in now, fully built, or some of them are also off plan as well, but can be built out as well, especially once you get a mortgage, right? And so feel free to reach out to us. We're definitely here to assist you with finding properties all over that fit your needs in terms of budget, location, and property type as well. And we'll showcase one particular development to you as well at the end of at the tail end of this session. What is the process in acquiring a property in Ghana from the USA? Oh, sorry, Hagen, do you have your hand up?
Yeah, I just want to really, as William was talking about it, African Investment Network is pulling a lot of diaspora. And I think someone asked the questions as if someone is not Ghanaian, I think there is an opportunity that will start coming up and we should really look at it. I know Ecobank is now in the business, so you're also in the business, but there's going to be a scale up. And as we keep expanding, there's been a lot of questions from the diaspora, but they are not Ghanaians that really want to invest in Ghana and really wants to go through Ecobank. So this platform that Seso has created will start really expand Ecobank's reach in the country. What we want to do as AIN is that we trust in what Seso is doing and what Ecobank is doing. But my hope is that as you start getting data and start really pulling this together, the next stage is to how do we look at it and expand to the diaspora. But basically what will happen is how do we verify them? So I think that this is a question we can put on board and start working through it. But I'm just excited that AIN, we're going to use our platform to really showcase this journey of Seso and Ecobank because it is much needed and there is so much demand for this that I want to make sure we all capture it. So as we are listening and gathering, maybe you can take these notes and then make sure that we keep working on that because there's so much demand for this.
No, thank you very much for that, Hagen. And you're exactly right. Of course, this product is for Ghanaian nationals abroad. It is restricted to that, but and so Ghanaians in the diaspora. But as we always say, there is a keen interest from the wider diaspora as well. And perhaps as we perfect the product and the process, that's something that perhaps Ecobank will be keen to add on as well. So thank you very much for that point, and we are very grateful to AIN for the partnership. A question from Mark. Oh, sorry, yeah, William.
Just a word to it. So, Kweku, you're absolutely right, and we've actually picked this up. It was part of the opportunity scoping when we put a solution together, and we are working on this. And you have our word, as Kweku indicated earlier. It's going to get bigger. It's going to get better. So it's already been scoped, and just take and stay with us. We'll get this delivered to you. Thank you.
Very, very exciting. Thank you for that, William. Very, very exciting. So I'll take questions for another 5 minutes, and then we'll move into a few more presentations. And then at the end, as I said, I promise you, we'll come back and take all your questions as well from there. So another question from Mark Boama. What is the process in acquiring a property in Ghana from the USA? So do you pay monthly or how does it work, right? So perhaps I'll touch on it a little bit, and then William will touch on obviously the mortgage aspects, right? But essentially, Seso, TAB, and Ecobank have come together to provide Ghanaians in the diaspora with a safe and transparent process for effectively searching, financing, and purchasing real estate in Ghana. Seso has and our team have partnered with over 100 real estate developers in Ghana that we vetted, right, to a high extent to offer to you all. These developments are in, all over Accra, Tema, Kumasi, etc., as well from there. And so we have a dedicated team on the ground that can assist you virtually, right, to view these properties. Of course, if you wish to come down to view them, that's also fair. If you have a rep, we can take that rep as well to the site to view that particular property as well. But this all can be done online, right? And part of this all is that and I'll take you through the website as well at a particular stage. So stay tuned for that. Is that you'll be able to come through to the platform and apply for this mortgage, right? So the application process, as you can see here from William, is quite clear, and we will share this deck with you all as well, so that you can also have it on hand. And so I think I don't know, William, if you want to touch anything as well.
No, Kweku, I think you spoke to both angles, and we are standing by to support anyone who needs support in this direction. Thank you.
Okay, excellent. Yes, yes, Atta, this recording will be shared with you all. Please feel free to share with any one of your friends and family as well, right? Evans, how are you, Evans? I guess there's a question here. What's the plan for pension-backed mortgages for the diaspora? I don't know. I guess Williams, I'll give that to you as well.
Okay.
What is the plan for pension-backed mortgages for the diaspora?
Okay, so thank you for that. So with our local mortgage solution, pension back is actually on, but we have not extended that to the diaspora mortgage. Again, I've just noted that down. We would have to look at that as part of the upgrade and adding on to the product to make it much better. But for our local mortgages, pension back is up and is running. But I've noted that down. Hopefully, we should get it in the updates that will be coming up for this product.
Okay,
But
thank you.
please do not hesitate to reach out to us. We can have conversations. Sometimes when you get one-on-one, with us, there could be a way out to support you. So please don't hesitate and just reach out to us. Thank you.
100%. Thank you for that. Abina, thank you again. Many of us in the diaspora already have financial responsibilities abroad. How can mortgage interest rates be structured in a way that makes home ownership in Ghana more affordable and realistic for us? So I guess perhaps, William, I'll take that to you. But of course, this product has been structured with this in mind, right? But as I think William has mentioned here as well, just now, actually, that conversations can be had one-on-one for some cases, of course. But perhaps, William, I'll give you the floor again to touch on that.
Thank you, Kweku. And I really want to know who Abna. Please get in touch because you bear the same name as my CEO, Abna Osei Poku. So when I first heard Abna, I thought it was her. Thank you. So please get in touch. Let's have a conversation. In terms of the structuring, in terms of how you send funds home, because we've worked that into this product, we believe to a larger extent, per the consultation and engagements we've done, what we have should work for you. But should there be a need for us to make some adjustments, we can have conversations. And once we understand your cash flow pattern, but the thought is that the repayments will be on a monthly basis. So the expectation is that there will be funds that will come into the account at some point in time, so that when the repayments are due, there will be funds enough in the account for the repayment to be done. But as you put in your request, let's have conversations. We believe that we should be able to speak, and to every extent that we can, we would help you. So Abner, please, and especially for your name, please just reach out to us. Thank you.
Perfect. And I've also shared my email and WhatsApp as well. You can reach out to me direct, and I can also put you in contact with our partners at Ecobank, right, as well, right? And of course, I have everybody's contacts here, so we'll be reaching out to you all. And feel free, please, to ping us. We're all a team in this, right? As a oh, sorry. As a contractor in Ghana, is it possible for my clients to get a city mortgage for residential construction? How is the process?
Kweku, if I get this clear,
Yeah.
he's a contractor in Ghana.
Yes.
Let me put it that way, that he's a developer,
Yes.
right? And he has properties and would want to get a mortgage solution for his buyers.
Yes.
Please just reach out to Seso Global. Let's work out, and possibly we can add you as part of our vetted developers.
Yeah.
And when that goes through, hey, the whole
Yeah.
opportunity is there for you.
Yeah. 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 Okay. I'll just take two final questions and then we'll move forward with this then. So will the account be a dollar account or a city account? I guess this is also for you. Well, I guess the account that is required to be opened, I guess perhaps it depends on the denomination, the jurisdiction that the person is from, but perhaps I'll give it to you, William, to answer.
Yes, Kweku, thank you. So I indicated that we are willing to do this in local currency and also in USD. We can have conversations because once you do USD, you do local currency. There are some exchange rate conversations that we need to. So account would be preferred in the local currency, and if you intend to do this in USD, especially if you pick your loan in USD, we would have to have the account in USD just to help you match and reduce the risk of exchange rate.
Okay, excellent, excellent. And I guess the last question is the Ghana card required to open an account, I'm assuming. From Eben Ofe is asking how about the Ghana card? I'm assuming this is regarding to account opening or perhaps the
Okay, so
deposit. Yeah.
Okay, so quickly, let me take this one. So with the account opening, that's why there's a need when you get to our website to select diaspora account. If you select diaspora account, we would not require the Ghana card. If you select diaspora account, because of the nature of the account, we have no objection to use your notarized valid Ghanaian passport plus the notarized utility bill if it's in your name, not older than 6 months. If it's not in your name, we would add your bank statement or your driver's license to it. But if you do not select diaspora and you select any other account, then you'll be required to have a Ghana card as the sole ID to open your account. So this is just a note, and I would just request that anybody coming through to open the account, please just pay attention to it. Just select the diaspora, and if you do not have the Ghana card, but if you have a Ghana card, hey, it just enhances our KYC for the regulator. Thank you.
Okay, excellent. So I guess that answers your question as well, Millicent, who asked instead of the utility bill, can we submit the Ghana card? And yes, I think the question is yes, you can. So okay, perfect. So thank you very much, William, for your presentation. Again, perhaps we'll share it with the audience, and of course, William, will ask you to stay on as well till the end in case of any more questions. I'm sure there are actually a lot more questions that are popping up, but we do want to move forward with our presentation, our webinar with you all. And so I will welcome to the stage Des Braithwaite. Hello, Des, how are you? Hello, Des. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you see me and can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can hear you for sure. Yes, I can see you now.
Yes, sorry, I'm in transit. I hope there's not too much background backlight.
No, it's all good. Thank you.
All good? Okay. So thank you very much for inviting me onto this webinar this afternoon. We're really excited to be working with Ecobank Ghana and Seso. The role of T.A Braithwaite in this scheme, the Diaspora Mortgage Scheme, is to provide the regulatory compliance for this process. And this we currently undertake in the United Kingdom, where we are located, and through our partners in the United States and Canada, and we're soon to launch in the next couple of weeks in the EU as well. So essentially, as Williams mentioned in his presentation, we are charged with the responsibility of obtaining all your required documentary evidence in a compliant, regulatory compliant, and data compliant manner in your country of residence. One of the things we do also undertake for the bank or the lender, as may be the case, is that we are also capable of checking the affordability or your affordability to be able to undertake, as one of the questions said, either an additional mortgage in your country of origin or a primary mortgage. So we do not only check your credit, we do not only check your identity, but we also have to, in a regulatory compliant manner, to ensure that you are not being missold a mortgage. Also check that you are able to afford this mortgage that you want to undertake. Now, let us look and let us start with the identity aspects that William mentioned. It is not only limited to the identity documentation. We also have to undertake anti-money laundering and other checks. This we do again in a fully regulatorily compliant manner. We use that term a lot so that you have comfort that your data is encrypted end-to-end and used solely for the purpose of the approval of the loan in accordance with of the lender, in this case, Ecobank. Would you want me to stop there for now, Kweku, and take some questions, or should I continue?
I think feel free to end it as you wish, and then we'll move to the presentation on the platform, and then we'll move to the
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Des?
Okay.
Yeah, feel free to end your presentation, your words.
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Okay. Yes. Now, as William also mentioned, we also ensure that your mortgage is protected, not just for the bank, but also for your family or successors or whatever. And that is by providing you a mortgage protection insurance. Now, this ensures that in the event of critical illness, in the event of death, or even in the event of a break in your employment, a redundancy, that we can continue to pay the mortgage dues. So this is something that is very important, and this is something that we provide for you wherever you are when you're undertaking this mortgage as well, and so that you have a one-stop shop management of the mortgage processes. We also undertake on our app in a secure manner the insurance of the asset that you are purchasing. So everything is on the Seso Global TAB Ecobank one-stop mortgage application and administration app where you can check the mortgage rates, you can check your eligibility, you can apply for the insurance, both the mortgage protection insurance.
Des, you're on mute. Can you hear me? You're on mute.
7 to answer your questions or meet your requirements.
Yeah.
Hope you heard me. You seem to be freezing.
Yeah, I think Des, I think your network is a little bad, so perhaps we'll just move forward if you don't mind, right? I think the network is a little bad. Is that okay? Thank you. Okay, perfect. Thank you all as well again for staying on with us. We have 80 people on now. Thank you very much for the time. And so we really just want to showcase to you as well just key elements of the website as well, just so that you are aware of the product, right? As well. So bear with me as we go through this, right? So just to again show you the website here very clearly. We've built this in collaboration with Ecobank and T.A Braithwaite, our partners, right, to offer you all just an easy portal to utilize today. As we mentioned, we are currently we currently have jurisdiction to process clients in Canada, United States, and UK. Of course, if your country is not here, please feel free. You can also always submit here as well and reach out to us. We certainly can assist you, right? This solution is for all Ghanaians everywhere. But we mentioned these particular locations because in these locations, as Des Braithwaite articulated, we actually have the capabilities to in a regulatory manner and highly compliant manner pull out your credit report, bank statements, etc., through a licensed mortgage originator in these countries, right? And so, just to make that very clear to you all, right, that this is being done in a highly regularized manner. As we mentioned, we partnered with over 100 real estate developers in these locations. We're offering fully built and then off plan, which is new construction to our clients right today. And you find, as well as I showed here, we have properties all over Ghana. Certainly within Accra, of course, is where we have most of our options. I'll be very honest. But we are working to bring in other options elsewhere. But we certainly have options in Accra, Kumasi, Tema, and we're bringing on Ho Sunyani as well. Takrade as well is here, etc. as well. So what we are really looking to do is provide options for Ghanaians all over. And what I've found is a lot of people want to go back and stay, where their hometown is, etc. as well. That's where they would prefer a home. But we have options all over as well, right? Different types of properties as well for sale, right? As we mentioned, we also have insurance here as well. You can actually apply for the insurance through the platform. Our trusted partner here, Old Mutual, is a preferred partner that you can utilize for the life and property insurance. And we have a mortgage calculator as well here that you can utilize as well for your purposes. Give me 1 second. I will also showcase to you. Just let me log in as well. You can also actually apply on the back end of the platform as well. And so I want to showcase that to you all here in 1 second. You will need two-factor authentication to actually enter open up your account. So again, we put security at a high level here as well to ensure the information being provided to us is secure, right? And through this, I'll just go through an application here as well, just to show to you how it'll be done. And so your information can be inputted here as well, just for us. All required documents can also be uploaded here as well, and all of this information is then sent to the bank from there, right? And so this allows you to just do this quite easily from there. And so, of course, our team is there to assist you with throughout this process as well. But of course, we want you to own the information that is being shared here. Make sure it's all your all of this is information that you're okay with sharing and putting it out there, and this information will be shared with the bank for review on their side as well, right? Again, feel free to put in any questions that you have in there as well. Yeah, put any questions you have in there as well. And I've also shared as well a questionnaire as well in there. We are happy to do as well pre-assessments as well to help you understand and indicative offers as well for this product as well, so that you can better understand how much you can potentially qualify for from the bank. And so all we need from you is your date of birth, your last 3 month pay slip, and then as well your employment contract letter or indication as to how long you've been employed to be able to give you that pre-assessment. I would like to move forward with the final bit of our presentation, right? The final bit of our presentation with respect to Dale Bryant. And so perhaps Dale, before you actually speak, I'll just showcase some clips of the property, right? Just so that people are aware of the development we are talking about. So just hopefully you can all see my screen. I'm going to play this clip for you all. So Eden Heights is a luxury development just behind West Hills Mall. It's actually a joint venture between a developer and SNIT. And so I just want to show you as well an option has been fully built as well, and that has 3 and 4 beds for sale. So let's just enjoy this clip for a little bit. Oh. Great. Let me play another clip.
A lot of careful thought has been put towards making Eden Heights the ideal place to call home. Our controlled access with stationed security personnel means only residents and authorized visitors are allowed in, providing a sense of calm and peace of mind. Our well-tended gardens, generous parking bays, designated sidewalks, and tarred roads are all part of the pleasant scenery to delight in. Dedicated water and electricity plants serve the community. In-house maintenance staff are readily on standby for support and repairs. Eden Heights is more than just a home, but a lifestyle made in paradise. For purchase or rental, call +233 50.
Great. And so perhaps, Dale, what I'll do is I'll have you speak while this video plays in the background. This is a video we actually did in collaboration with them, why this African-American couple left New York City for this mega estate in Ghana, right? And so Dale can give us a little bit of the story. And then, of course, I will then, perhaps speak a little bit more about the developments, amenities, and pricing as well from there. So Dale, I'll give you the floor from there. Thank you.
Okay. So yeah, I'm Dale, originally from Brooklyn, New York. Tuesday, past 2 days ago, marks my 3-year anniversary in Ghana. My wife had always thought about leaving America, and it was unsustainable for her work pace in her industry, pharmacy, in a busy area in New York City. And so she wanted to take a little slower pace in life. And then 2020 happened, COVID, the George Floyd, Breonna Taylor murders, and then political climate instability. And all of those things conspired to make her want to fast track her exit. I didn't want to leave. I had a very good life in Brooklyn, no thoughts of ever leaving. But I said, okay, let's check out some places, and if it makes sense, we'll relocate. And so she did a lot of preliminary work before we got to Ghana. And, you know, when we met, she had a house in South Jersey, a big house. I had a brownstone in Brooklyn. When we got together, we both admitted that we were apartment people. And so while we were together in Brooklyn, in our last days in the States, we lived in various apartments. So when we came to Ghana, we wanted to replicate that. A lot of our friends and most people who come to Ghana want to buy land and build, or want to buy a house or a home. And we were not those people. We didn't want to deal with staircases, landscaping, roof repair, none of that stuff. And so our selection was obviously smaller. And so, being that we knew nobody in Ghana, no connections, no family, we heard all the horror stories, we did what we could to de-risk our search. And one of the biggest tools, if not the biggest tool to de-risk that search, was Seso. Once we understood that they had vetted a lot of the properties before, had looked at the paperwork, had examined the workmanship, we said, okay, most of the things we're going to see, we're going to use Seso to filter. We looked at some other things, some other developers. And then also when we came to visit this location and we understood who were the financial backers, and we got to understand who did the design, who did the work, we felt better about dealing with household names, names that you didn't have to worry about being scammed on. And so, and obviously they had all the things that we were accustomed to that were deal breakers, non-negotiables for us. Water, electricity, internet, flooding, accessibility to things, shopping, restaurants, etc. And so, you know, a lot of times you'll see on social media a lot of horror stories about Americans who came to Ghana, terrible experiences. Many of them had to run back to America. They have very entertaining yet horrible stories on TikTok about being duped, being scammed, being lied to. We had none of those experiences. And so it's a combination of a couple of things. Number one, the answer to 99 out of 100 questions is money. If you have money, you can get whatever you want here in Ghana. But it's not about just spending money recklessly. It's about getting value. And so even when we're talking about where do we want to stay in Ghana, if you're from the States, you would be surprised to know that real estate in Ghana, unlike America, or at least unlike New York, is priced proximity to airport. In New York, that's not the case for certain people that are not trying to live near the airport. But in Ghana, there's proximity to airports in our town. Oh, this is where I am right now. I'm talking to you from my office right here. And so while we could have picked some very nice apartments in the center of Accra, we wanted to get bang for our buck, so we came out a little further from the city because we didn't have to be 5 minutes from the airport. We didn't have to be. We didn't have to be 2 seconds from all the fanciest restaurants in Accra. We didn't have to be. And so because we were okay with coming out a little bit, we got a lot more space for less money. So, you know, and we got friends who did the opposite. We got friends who paid a lot of money for less space, but they come in and out from UK, so it's important for them. So you can get anything you want in Accra. Seso has probably everything on their website at this point. But for us, this was a good selection. And Seso was an invaluable tool to help us get here. And then when we got here, we were very, very impressed with the finishes, the quality of work, the design, the aesthetics, the light. And you don't get that guaranteed in Ghana. So we're happy to be here. Yeah, that's it for now.
Thank you very much, Dale. And I think it was very important that you speak while people see what's out there as well with Eden Heights, right? And what's really been built out, and the home you're enjoying today, right? As well, right? And so I'll actually share the pricing on the screen right now as well, and we do have a representative as well from Eden Heights as well, in case any of you have any particular questions, right? As well. I hope you can see my screen as well. So unfortunately, the 1 beds and 2 beds are completely sold out. They are completely sold out. I apologize to you all for bringing this opportunity to you late, but they are sold out. But there's an opportunity, of course, to have the 3 and 4 beds penthouse, steady or standard as well for all, right? And of course, with these mortgages, it does allow you to finance something that perhaps would have been a little bit more expensive if you had to deal with a 2-3 year payment plan. And that's really the opportunity here for you all, right? I do want you, Dale, to perhaps touch on the Airbnb aspect as well, for the audience. And I will share your Airbnb here on the screen as well for people to see as well. But perhaps you can touch on that as well for people, the opportunity with Airbnb at Eden Heights.
Yeah, so you got some people who everyone has very different interests in Ghana these days. Some people just want to come party in December and go home with a hangover. Some people are starting to vacation here solely, no other interest. Other people are looking to retire here eventually, if not soon, a multi-year plan. But other people are looking to do a hybrid visit / Airbnb when they're not here to make some money. And so we have an Airbnb, our friend has an Airbnb, so basically I have 2 Airbnbs. We also, we help when our visitors to our Airbnbs come and then they ended up buying, we tell them, because we're already advertising our Airbnb and marketing it and running them and securing larger and larger travel groups, that if they want to put their rooms under our purview, then they got a chance to make some additional income, not guaranteed, just a chance to make some additional income when they're not in the unit. And so right now, just from all the beds I've culled together from new people moving in our block or our section, right now I have about 35 beds. And the aim is to get to 100 beds because, as you might know, when you look at YouTube, when you look at the James Camerons and the Go Black to Africa, there's a lot of people who are bringing 7,500 people tours over many times a year. And the only place they can go with such a large number are the big hotels, Kempinski, Movenpick, Hilton, Elisa. Those are the top A-list hotels, and then the B-list can accommodate as well. But with the B-list, many amenities aren't guaranteed. And so because offering our Airbnb inventory to potential tour groups at a fraction of the cost of these large hotel rooms, with the opportunity to cook if you want, with the access to a world-class gym that we have here on the estate, walkable proximity to West Hills Mall, largest mall in West Africa, a walkable neighborhood, it's becoming where our inventory here is stacking up very nicely against the big fancy and expensive hotels. And so we're trying to get to 100 beds. And so that's to say that if you're looking at a way to diversify your portfolio from traditional assets, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, maybe into real estate, now you have the opportunity to go and diversify even geographically. And Accra is really becoming the go-to place to investigate. Doing business here, getting Airbnbs here, and potentially retiring to. And so you have that option to use Seso's platform to secure what at this point is probably only 3 bedrooms left, to secure your 3-bedroom and then use it for you, your friends, and your family when you want to throughout the year. And then when it's not being occupied by you, having it part of our Airbnb inventory. But I will also say this, I always try to remember to say this, I almost never do say it, but I would say for all of you people who are watching right now, I would estimate that each and every one of you in your contacts, or if you're older, in your Rolodex, you have about 20 to 40 1-degree opportunities of people who, if they knew you had an Airbnb in Ghana, would book it. A lot of times people in your circle are thinking about it, but you don't always talk about these things. There's a lot of strange vibes around saying what you're going to do in terms of leaving America. You know, friends may think you're crazy, family may think you're crazy. So you don't always talk about it outright until you find someone else who's thinking about it, and then you guys can't shut up. But what I want to say is that the opportunity to monetize an Airbnb asset is probably in your contact list right now. I'm going to say 20 to 40 people, if they knew you had an Airbnb, would book. And that's just 1 degree. And then you go 2 degrees. Those people who know someone who would book an Airbnb if they had a trusted landing spot. So the business is probably just sitting there waiting for you to monetize. But the interest is growing every day. The tours are coming. So it's just a matter of, you know, if you have some money and you want to make a couple of bucks and it's an asset that you can use and come visit, you should consider it.
Fantastic. No, thank you very much for that, Dale. And to be honest with you, it hits us spot on, right? Which is that, the reason why we really wanted Dale to be on here was to just showcase a few different things, right? So we've all heard about obviously the year of return, the success of the year of return, and the opportunities therein. And Dale is a good, proponent of this, or a good example of this, really, right? In the sense that him and his wife decided to come live in Ghana, obviously hearing a lot about the year of return, but they decided to actually really return as well therein, and got a place here at Eden Heights, right? Which, fantastic development that has been built by SNIT and fit their needs, of course, right? Fit what they specifically were looking for, being from New York, living there and wanting to live a similar, at least in a similar type of building in Ghana, but still, of course, knowing that they will live the Ghana lifestyle as well within that as well, right? And so, and in fact, even outside of that, understanding from their point of view, and Dale and his wife have a successful, YouTube channel and engage a lot with, people in the diaspora. We obviously, especially a lot of African Americans and Americans as well, right? Understanding that opportunity, saw the tourism boom as well, right? And have taken advantage of that. So certainly at Eden Heights, you can obviously buy it for yourself, something to hold, but it's one that can generally be put up for Airbnb. You can manage it yourself, or someone like Dale can partner with you as well to manage this as well if you wish, right? And so I just want to make that note as well. And perhaps I'll give the floor to Edward actually to say a few words about Eden Heights as well, and some of the promotional offers that they have for clients.
One last thing.
Oh, sure, yeah, sure, deal.
Since you brought it up, I want to say one last thing before Edward goes.
Sure.
Americans would be really interested in this point, and since you brought it up, I want to expand on it.
Sure.
So one of the reasons why I came here was not knowing anyone, not knowing who I could trust, if my money was going to disappear into the abyss. When I found out that SNIT, which is Ghana's pension fund for pensioners, big pockets, that they had financed it, and they also financed the West Hills Mall, it gave me a little bit more peace that Seso, who I didn't know yet, who I was using as a tool, but I was getting to know and I was trusting, but Seso plus a SNIT financed project, it wasn't like, with all due respect to the one-man shop developers out there, it wasn't like there was a potential for a developer who's going to be short on cash that might take my money for another project and then shortchange me on this project. There was no chance of that because SNIT is a deep-pocketed part of the government where if there's going to be some problem with infrastructure or flooding, they had the pockets to make it right and fix it. So that's one of the good things about being here in Eden Heights versus other places. And there might be a lot of other places that are okay and well financed. I'm just saying, for me as an American, never, no connections here, very limited knowledge at that time, I was looking for any straw to grasp on to de-risk the project before I spent my money. I just want to say that. Now Edward can speak.
No, okay, thank you for that, Dale. Very good points. And we're very happy that we assisted you with your buying journey in Ghana. Edward, I don't know if you are there. If you are, you feel free to jump on and say a few words about Eden Heights. I know there's a question about whether or not there are lifts at Eden Heights. I can tell you definitely there are. But Edward, I don't know if you can say a few words just for the audience as well in terms of the development. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Kweku. Yes, there are lifts in the development, as you rightly said. Eden Heights is a gated modern residential development just behind the West Hills Mall, which are at the heart of Accra West. This master plan development promises owners convenience, security, and optimal space for comfort. When it comes to our prices, currently our prices are already discounted, and then we have quite a flexible payment option, that being the outright payment, the mortgage, where you can also take the mortgage from the bank, preferably Ecobank as well. And then we can also give you an in-house payment plan if you don't want to go through the mortgage route. It's not really too far from the airport. I know, as Dale in his submission, he mentioned that most people in Ghana, we tend to have a lot of people wanting to live close to the airport. However, Eden Heights is just about 45 minutes, which is compared to about 20 kilometers 20 to 22 kilometers from the airport. So, and it's within reach. I mean, you have access to all the basic amenities like the malls, the resorts, the beach resorts, the restaurants, the hospitals, the good schools, and many more. So I think we should try and visit Eden Heights so we can take you on a tour.
Excellent, excellent. No, thank you very much for that, Edward. And yes, certainly, please reach out to us. We're happy to assist you. I'll put the pricing here as well. Again, unfortunately, the 1 and 2 beds are completely sold out. We have 3 and 4 beds there as well available to you all as well. And certainly, we can help you with a payment plan. But certainly, if you want to stretch it out your money a lot longer, Ecobank is here to assist you for sure as well, right? So we'll take the last 30 minutes to run through some questions. I'm very grateful to those that have stayed with us here as well, and we'll start answering some of the questions for you all. So thank you all. I think a question here. Would you have an event in the UK? We are looking at having some events in the UK. Please feel free to register with us. Join our newsletter, our Substack. We will be sharing some information on this for sure. Thank you. We'll reach out to you. Is the program only in Ghana? I'm in Tanzania developing projects. Please feel free to reach out to us. Ecobank is in Tanzania. Perhaps it's something that will pop up in the future, but thank you very much for that, Charles Perkins. Emmanuel Buttrey, please, how does this work? I live in the UK. I've lived here for nearly 18 years. I have property in Ghana. However, I want to have one in Accra. How do I get a mortgage from Ecobank considering not having any Ghana account? How does that work? So perhaps William can touch on this again. I'm sure he's touched on it already, but with respect to this process, and for those that perhaps joined us a little later in the day, Seso, T.A Braithwaite, and Ecobank Ghana have partnered together to offer you all with a safe and convenient way to purchase real estate in Ghana, right? Really, Ecobank is offering to you all here a 10-year mortgage at 10% interest rate on the dollar or on hard currency. And a 30% down payment to own property in Ghana. And on our part, we've partnered with over 100 real estate developers in Ghana. You can see them all in these various locations here. Certainly, of course, Accra is where we have most of our options, but we do have options as well in Takoradi, Tema, Kumasi as well. And you can see here within Accra, we have various options all over the various suburbs in Accra. Really, with respect to the process, we're happy to assist you through that whole journey. We have dedicated agents on the ground that can assist you with finding the particular properties. And as well, you can actually apply for the mortgage through this platform as well, right? And so feel free to reach out to us. Of course, it may be good to get a pre-assessment as well for all you out there. We can also help you with a pre-assessment. I will share the link. Yeah, no problem. I'll share the link with you all. Of course, for all those that are registered, the link will be sent to you. The recording will be shared with you all as well. So do not worry about that at all, right? And of course, you have our contacts. Please feel free to reach out to us. I don't know, William, if you want to touch on anything else with respect to that particular question.
Kweku, I think now we should just have a conversation and add you to the Ecobank team because we just have present perfect.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just
Okay, no worries.
It's perfectly explained.
Okay, great.
Go ahead.
Great. Okay, excellent. So let me just follow through with the other questions. How much is the service maintenance charge for the Diaspora account per month? Or is it free to open? Because my understanding is some service maintenance charge for accounts deduct 10 cedis per month. This is from Agnes. I don't know if you can help me answer that, William.
Agnes, 10 cedis for a month is on your regular current account. But for the diaspora account, it's a service fee of 100 cedis. And
Got it.
the thing is, we have a diaspora current, we have a diaspora savings account. There are no account maintenance fees on the savings. Obviously, it's a savings account, but we for your current account, you take a maintenance fee of 100 cedis.
Got it. Got it. Thank you. Another question, perhaps for you, William, is that I have a Forex account with Ecobank already. Do I need to open another account, a diaspora account? Is the question.
No, you don't. Once you have an account relationship with us, you don't need to have another account for this mortgage conversation. And I'm happy it's a foreign account actually. Once it's CD dollar, we can use same. So let's just have a conversation. You don't need a new account for this.
Okay, sure, sure, sure. And then I guess the other question, which is I think a question we are seeing a lot, is if I am not Ghanaian but I have ties to Ghana, for example, my spouse is Ghanaian, will that work for the bank?
Kweku, if you just, I think I missed the mid of the question.
Oh, I think the question is just, does this program apply if I'm married to a Ghanaian but I'm not a Ghanaian? So
Okay.
can there be a joint application between a non-Ghanaian and a Ghanaian?
Okay. So we are open to joint application. There are a few resolutions that both of you would have to do for us to pull it through. So we are open to joint application. And if you intend to come through that way, we'll get you the resolution for you to look through, agree, and sign. And then once you are aligned and you sign that, we should be able to get you through. So I get where he's coming from. That the other partner is a Ghanaian and he's not a Ghanaian. We
Yeah.
can on the back of he or she being a Ghanaian do this for you.
Got it. Got it. Got it. I think I think you answered this question, but will the account be in the currency you open it in? I'm assuming it can be in the currency of your jurisdiction, right? Or the currency in which you take the mortgage. Perhaps you can.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
right.
so let me touch base on it. So we currently we have local currency and USD. But if you are in UK, you are earning pound. You are in um, Canada, you are taking Canadian dollars. We can have conversation, but the dollar or the local currency would be that in which you take the mortgage. If you are opening the account, you can open the account in any of these. If you prefer to have a pound account, we can give you a pound account, but at the moment we do the loan on the USD and the local currency.
Got it. Got it. Okay, excellent. Thank you very much for that. Hello, Hope. How are you? A question here. You did indicate that the income should be verifiable, meaning in an instance where I don't have a regular pay slips, can I uh, can I can I provide my current 2 years of W-2 and 1099? I guess these are statements itemizing your total annual wages and the amount of taxes withheld from your paycheck. I hope that should suffice. I don't know, William, if you can answer that, or perhaps that's something where you need to maybe discuss it more with the clients.
Yes, it's one of those things that we may have to look at. So we can have those discussions, and I'm sure Seso would also be interested as well.
Yes.
From where you sit, especially with the support in terms of the validation
Exactly.
processes.
Exactly. I think we'll work. We'll also consult our mortgage originators as well to provide us with, some clarity on this in terms of how this is handled in, the various restrictions. So in the United States, I'm assuming this is related to the United States. We would have to understand that a bit clearly to see if it meets the standards for that jurisdiction, and then certainly for the bank from there. So please feel free to reach out to us. But in particular, email us or contact us with that particular question, and we can work with you from there. Okay, thank you. Okay, great. So we'll take some more questions. Please feel free to ping them in here. Do you finance construction of new developments? And so I guess the question is, so we do have We do work with real estate developers across Ghana, new and old. Of course, we'll need various documentation from you to onboard you onto the platform and ensure that you meet the standards of the bank, right? From there. So feel free to reach out to us from there, right? Um, I think there was a question for AIN, but I think unfortunately our folks at AIN had to drop off. But AIN are supporting us. We will be at their events in DC and in Toronto and in Accra. We will share the details of this to all those who have registered, and we'll share with you a discount code as well. Please feel free to share with everyone else. And the idea really uh, um, is to push this alongside them and their partners as well, to obviously propagate this to those who don't know, but also work with partners and investors who may want to come into the market now that there is a real mortgage element for the diaspora, right? So there's a big opportunity as well for real estate developers out there who want to enter this market. Ecobank is here to support you in that endeavor. Okay, great. Yes, Fitz. I'll provide my email here to you to reach out to me, and also my WhatsApp, okay? Feel free to WhatsApp me as well. And that's for everybody as well. Feel free to email me or WhatsApp, right? Me as well directly. I'm happy to answer all your questions. Happy to even chat with you right after this as well, okay? Um Okay, I think there's a question here from Ray Owusu. What are the closing fees associated with a loan? For example, a max loan amount of 300K USD. What are the closing fees? I don't know, William, are you there?
Sorry, Kweku, I lost connection for some few seconds. Could you just repeat that?
No problem. The question is, what are the closing fees associated with a loan? For example, a loan of amount 300K.
Fees associated with them.
The closing fees, the closing fees.
Okay, so just on the higher level, the loan we would get the interest rates. If it's CD, currently we, even though GRR, which is the Ghana reference rate, is now 19.86, which is almost 20%, we are doing 18% on this particular loan for CD. For dollar, I heard we could just give out 10%, even though I was doing 11%. I'm just locked up, so I'll just keep up to that. But if anybody's coming through, we'll do the 10 for you. We can have this conversation and I'll get that approved for you. And once you get a loan through, you do insurance, as I indicated. Those ones are not fees necessarily. There's a processing and facility fee of 2.5, and that's it. The other ones, in terms of the documentation and the search and others, those ones are specific and they will be paid as and when they are due.
Okay, thank you very much for that, William. Thank you very much for that answer. So let me just run through these again. Emmanuel Impra, as the Ghana Mortgage Initiative rolls out with Seso, with Ecobank, Seso, and TAB, how do the partners plan to support participating real estate firms and agents with back-end operations like digital marketing, data analytics for customer insights, financial management, and enterprise tools like CRM and inventory system? Is there an openness to collaborate with firms that specialize in these enterprise support services? Yes, for sure. Please reach out to us directly. We're definitely happy to work with any partners that need that help, or perhaps want us to augment this for you all as well. No problem. Okay, all good. All good. So let me then, I think perhaps, as the questions are here, I think I'm seeing a lot of similar questions. Again, I'm very grateful to everybody for the time. I think we've taken up quite a lot of time actually of you all. So we're quite grateful. Perhaps we'll just have some closing words from those on here. And so perhaps I'll just have Dale and Edward say some closing words, and then William will have the final word from there. Thank you. Yeah, Dale, I'll give you the floor. I don't know if you're still there.
Yeah, so I'll just say that it's never been a better time to put your money into Ghana. When I first came, a lot less inventory, a lot less choice, a lot less familiarity, less voices you could trust. And so there's more product on the market. As Kweku knows, I was a guinea pig for a mortgage product that 8 months later, it wasn't ready for prime time. And so it's amazing to see Seso Global come through and deliver a real product and partner with different banks to give customers another option. This just wasn't the case to even consider when I came to Ghana. And so a lot of opportunity, a lot of business. So I would just say, if you got a little extra money, you want to diversify into a good product, Eden Heights is a good choice. If you come to Ghana and you look at places and you come to Eden Heights, you'll see it. But unless you do that, you have to take my word for it. But I would encourage you to set aside some investment assets in your portfolio to take advantage of this tourism boom coming to Ghana, and Eden Heights is a good place to be. So I'll leave it at that.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Dale. Perhaps Edward, you can also just tag along that as well. Okay, Edward, I think perhaps we may have lost Edward. All good. Perhaps William, perhaps you can give perhaps your final remarks as well on your side.
Thank you, Kweku. And I want to say a big thank you to our partners, and thank you to all those that made time to join us. On behalf of my CEO, Abnao Say Poku, and my Executive Director for Consumer Banking, Mr. Taras Kwa, we are very grateful. We've never shied away from expressing our excitement with this partnership, and we look forward to make your dream of owning a property back home in Ghana possible. Talk to us, let's engage, let's see how best we can come through for you. So thank you, and wish you all the best.
Okay, thank you very, very much. And to the audience, I'm very grateful for the time you've offered us here today. Again, feel free to check out the website. We can help you with the pre-assessment as well, so you can get a qualifying offer. We can help you find your dream property or an investment property, perhaps an investment property that you can have at Eden Heights that Dale Bryan can help with the Airbnb management. I'll say that from here, we'll share the recording with you all. Feel free to share that with everybody else that you know. We're happy to work with people as well, groups as well out there who have organizations, church groups, etc. that you work with. We're happy to work with you on that basis as well to bring in some of your audience. We can pay as well. We can pay you a fee for that as well. So feel free to reach out to us. And I'll say that again, we're truly grateful to our partners, Ecobank, T.A Braithwaite, as well, for coming together to put this together. We've thought long and hard about this and making sure that this is a product that meets the standards for our customers. And also, I'm very grateful to Dale and Eden Heights as well for joining us here today to promote the development. And then, of course, we're also grateful to African Investment Network as well for joining us here today, and we truly are grateful for their partnership. And so I'll end it here today at this moment. Again, I'm truly grateful to everybody that joined us here today. Your time is very much appreciated. and we will share all information with you as well. Feel free to ping us, message us. We're here to consume, take on all your questions, and also assist you through the process. So again, thank you all again, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.